Hello everyone, welcome to Quant Masters. I'm Harshita Arveli. Today we have Pranesh with us who is from Solapur, Maharashtra and he got placed in Accenture recently. He is here to share his experience with us. Let's talk to him and get to know about the entire interview process in detail. Hi Pranesh,
Hello, ma'am.
how are you?
I'm fine, ma'am. Thank you. What about you?
I'm good, Pranesh. Firstly, we would like to congratulate you for getting placed. We are very happy for you, Pranesh.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Okay, so how are you feeling right now, Pranesh? Very happy and
Yes,
excited.
ma'am. Very, very happy. Getting placed in the seventh semester is very joyful for me.
Correct, correct. So, yeah, could you tell more about yourself, Pranesh?
Yeah, ma'am. Sure. My name is Pranesh Prakashuta. I am from Solapur, Maharashtra. Currently, I am studying my seventh semester in BTech from Sweris College of Engineering, Pandharpur. Uh, and recently, I got placed in Accenture as a software engineer with the package of 6.5 LPA. And I am really thankful to Quant Master for providing such a great training. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, that's nice. And that's an amazing package, right?
Yeah, ma'am.
Correct, correct. So, yeah, ready to share your experience with us?
Yes.
So, how many rounds were there in total, Pranesh?
Yes, ma'am. There were 4 rounds total. The
Okay.
first was a technical and cognitive test. After that, the second was coding round, and then it was communication assessment, and the final was technical plus HRM.
Okay, okay. So, let's talk about every round in detail. Tell us about the first round, Pranesh. When did it actually happen?
Yes, ma'am. It was on 12th October. I had registered for this drive. So
You
the
registered on 12th October 2021.
registered for this drive.
Okay. So, when
And
did the first round happen?
yes, ma'am. The first round was on 14th October after 2 days of registration. So there were 40 questions, and although there were sectional cutoff for each and every section, as there was aptitude, reasoning, basics of MS Office and networking. The 4 sections were there.
Could you
And
please repeat the 4 sections?
yes, ma'am. First was that quant section, verbal and reasoning, and Microsoft Office basics, and the fourth one was network and security.
Okay, so verbal and reasoning were under one single section.
Yeah, ma'am. It was in sense.
Okay, tell us about the quantitative section in detail, Pranesh.
Yes, about quant, the toughness level was not easier, but questions were not so hard. All were getting
Just
solved.
medium type.
Yes, ma'am. So there was a sectional cutoff for each and every section, as we have to clear the minimum marks required in each and every section. So verbal and
How
reasonable.
many questions were asked in the quant section?
Exact question I don't remember.
Okay.
But I think there may be 10 to 12 questions in quant section.
12 questions. So, do you remember like questions from what topics were asked?
Yes, ma'am. The basic topics that we see: time, distance, work, and profit loss, compound interest, simple interest. So
Okay.
some famous topics like that.
Okay. Then what about the verbal and reasoning section?
Was,
How difficult?
there were a few questions like synonyms, antonyms. 2 passages were there, and after that, direct into indirect speech, and yes, these sections I remember these questions.
Okay. Then the third section?
That Microsoft Office basics. It was all related to PowerPoint presentation. That is Excel sheets. The basic questions. How can we copy rows to and columns, etc. Or how can we change the font in the Word like that? The basic questions.
Basic questions. How many were asked?
I think 10 questions were there.
10 questions.
Yes.
Okay, so you could answer all of them. It was quite simple.
2, 3 were quite tough, but I could solve 7 to 8 confidently.
Okay, then the last section?
The last section was sorry, ma'am. About the last section, it was the network and security. The fundamental questions we studied in computer networks as well as data communication subject, like the which protocol is used for transferring the email, etc. It was also basic level questions. Yes.
You could answer all of them. And the
Yes,
time
all
was
of
also sufficient.
yes, yes. There was not a, a sectional time. Sorry, it was there was a sectional time. Was not the time
Every
for
section had separate time.
separate time. Yes.
Okay, so it was sufficient.
Use of the question.
Nowhere you found it difficult to attempt all.
Identify the question and think on it and then answer. So the time was enough.
Okay, then yeah, so this happened on 14th September, right?
October.
October, I'm so sorry. Yeah, 14th
Yeah.
October, the first round happened. And when did you get to know the results of the first round?
It was an elimination round. So as soon as I completed this technical round, there was a message on the screen. You have to appear for the coding round after 10 minutes. So on same day, the coding round was also happening.
Oh, okay. So what questions were asked in the coding round and
Yeah,
how
yeah.
many of them were asked?
Two questions were there, and those were of easy or simple level.
Okay.
So I think first was there was a string. We had to take input a string, and for each and every letter, we had to create a Fibonacci numbers. For A, we had to consider the value as 0. For B, 1, and we have to continue the Fibonacci series for these alphabets. That is, for C, there will be 0 plus 1, 1. For D, it will be 2. So we had to input a string, and for every letter in string, we had to add the corresponding Fibonacci digit in the series. So we had to display the sum. It was the first
What time was
project.
given to write the code for this?
I think 15 minutes were there for.
That was sufficient for you?
The codes were also easier. So it
Then
was.
what about the other question?
The second question, I don't remember exact.
Okay, no problem. So that was easy? You do remember?
It was also easier. So I had solved in 10 minutes both the questions.
Okay, okay, nice. So that means that was simple.
Yeah, simple. Yes.
Okay, so that was also an elimination round, right? You got to
Yes.
know immediately?
No. After 2 days, I got to know that you have cleared the coding round.
Okay.
So on 18th, I got the mail that you have successfully cleared the coding assessment, and now you have to appear for the communication. Sorry, that it was the next round. Communication assessment. Yes.
Okay. So when was the communication assessment conducted?
It was on, I think, 19th October.
19th October. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. Tell us about the communication assessment, Pranesh.
So it was a non-elimination round. It was just check your
communication skills.
Communication skills. So there were 3 to 4 sections. I don't remember exactly. So like that, we had to firstly repeat the words or sentences written on the screen in our own tone.
You had to read out the statement which is written on the screen.
Yes, ma'am. That was first part. In second part, we had to listen the sentences and we had to repeat the sentence.
Okay. In the first round, they were checking your speaking skills. In the second section, they were checking your listening and speaking skills.
Yes, ma'am.
They might be speaking in a different accent, right?
Yeah, accent was quite tough to understand, but
so they were checking your listening skills. Yeah.
Yes.
Then the third section.
The third was there were the jumbled sentences. They were telling 3 sentences. Those were jumbled, but the sentences were small. If we could listen carefully, so we could arrange them. Arrange them.
Sentences will be written or they will be reading it out?
Yes, they will be reading out. We had to hear.
You have to remember, rearrange them and then read it out again.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, nice. And then the other section?
And the last section was about storytelling. That they were telling a story into simple sentences, and after that they were giving a time of 40 seconds to us to repeat the whatever part we remember from the story, that what characters were there or what was their role, etc. like that.
Okay, so you have to repeat the story in your own words.
Yes.
Okay, so this was the communication test. Usually we call it as a Versen test, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Correct. So this was not an elimination round.
Not. Yes.
So when was the final round conducted then?
So on 22nd October, I got the mail that you have cleared the communication assessment, and now you have to book the slot for your interview. So they had given a date as 25th October. From that day, I had to choose the slot. There were slot like 10 to 12,
Mm.
2 to 4, like that. So I booked the slot at 10 a.m. So the interview was scheduled on 25th October.
Okay, yeah. So that was a technical interview or an HR interview?
Both were together.
Both were together.
Yes.
Okay, okay. Yeah. What was asked in the interview, Pranesh?
Yes, ma'am. The first of all, the interviewer introduced himself, and then he asked me to introduce myself. So
Okay.
I had prepared a good introduction for as it was my first interview. So I was prepared very well. So I introduced myself in good manner. So I had mentioned Python, my favorite programming language. So the
Okay.
first question was that what are the OOPS concepts?
Okay.
Yeah, so that was I had studied well. So I told each and every point from that sequentially as well as confidently. So the next question was, is do you know switch case statement in C language? So that was also I had studied. So I told that we have to that I answered that well. So after
Okay.
that, he asked me what is difference between LC ladder and switch case.
Okay.
And which one is better, that switch case is better or LC ladder is better.
Okay.
So then he asked me, do you know about any trending technologies? So I
Hmm.
told that I know that machine learning, artificial intelligence, cloud computing, etc. So he asked me that what do you know about cloud computing?
Okay.
So I had basic knowledge of all these technologies, and I had started one course also for the cloud computing. So I told the basic about the cloud computing, whatever I was knowing. So it was, I think, impressive answer for him. So after that, he didn't ask anything. He just asked me, "Do you have any questions for me?"
Okay.
So I asked that, "Yes, sir. I would like to know about your role and etc. And if you could share your experience or journey with me." So that was done with it.
So that was all about the interview.
Yes,
So you could answer almost all the questions what were asked.
all questions. Yes.
All the questions. So when did you get to know the final results, Pranesh?
It was I got it recently. I think on 15th November.
Okay, so you had to wait for like around 20 days to
10
get to
to
know the
20.
final results.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, okay, nice. So that was the entire interview process.
Yeah.
Okay, nice. And so do you have any tips or suggestions to your friends and juniors, Pranesh?
Yes, ma'am. I would suggest the Quant Masters to everyone. If you want to definitely crack any job or get placed in any company, you need to have the good quantitative knowledge. You need to be fast. Uh, it is the trick that you need to be faster than having your knowledge. So you need to practice a lot. If you will join the Quant Masters. You will definitely crack each and every aptitude, and definitely when once you will crack the FT, you will definitely crack the interview as well. So I will suggest all the students to join the Quant Masters to secure a good career. Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. Thank you so much. And also, you are a student of Quant Masters. So would you like to tell how was your journey with Quant Masters, Pranesh?
Yes, ma'am. It was an awesome journey. That every day early in the morning the classes were there. So it was a brainstorming early in the morning. So whole day was active and fresh. So the teaching style, I love a lot. The Shashank sir as well as the Himanshu sir teaches. So it was a very exciting journey for me.
Nice, nice. Thank you so much, Pranesh. And also, thanks for being here, sharing all the information with us, Pranesh. Students who are watching this will find it very helpful.
Yes, ma'am. Sure.
And also, congratulations once again. All the very best, Pranesh.
Yeah, ma'am. Thank you.